I think I'm too big for the chair. I am
So,
not.
so I went in to, I went in to get a brain thingy from the Ripper dock, and when I came out, this taxi has been trying to run me over for a while now. By just doing this for some reason. So, I don't know what's going on here, but it is apparently a quest marker.
Oh, okay, so the girl isn't... You can't play as the
I
girl?
can't hack the car.
You can't play as Nova, but you can create a Nova.
What does that mean?
You can, like, create the character and save it, but she's not a playable character yet.
Oh, what? She's not in the game?
Not yet. At least that's what I'm gathering. Because I've seen none, and then people in the chat are really pissed that all you can do is just create her.
That's really funny. That's genuinely quite entertaining. Alright, can I hit this car without it hitting me? Ah! The answer is the car hit me. Baraka? I am now Baraka. The car has deactivated. Can I get in the car now? The car is not deactivated. In fact, the car lied to me. I don't know if I'm hurting the car. It is lighting on fire. But my weapons could be lighting the car on fire. So I did find a legendary pair of arm blades by accident, basically. But I also have crafted an epic tier katana that does way more damage. Okay, okay, we've damaged his car. Beep beep, motherfucker. How is Eurojank 2077? Underneath the jank, it's a genuinely pretty decent game. So here's the thing, if you own it on a console, don't play it. If you own it on a low-spec PC, don't play it. If you own it on a mid-spec PC, play it if you don't mind things falling apart. If you have a 3080 and a bunch of RAM and a good CPU, you might as well. I'm sorry, that popped the hood. Oh my god, that one is really far away. Like, I keep the frame counter up in the corner only as a joke for this game. I don't like having a frame counter up in the corner because it either feels like bragging that I can get like a smooth 144, or alternatively, that it looks bad when the thing dips awkwardly. But no, Cyberpunk is... It's a fun game, and once you get it to a state where it's not constantly dying in front of you at every turn, it's good. But when stuff does go wrong, stuff goes really wrong usually. Nick has been saying that he hasn't had too many problems, but I've had issues where I like summoned my motorcycle and my motorcycle then phased into a car, and when it phased into the car would then fly into the stratosphere, which would then alert the police. And then the police would then go and try and find me. Why is this telling you to go in the other direction when that is, like, that way? I guess we're gonna find out, because I'm just gonna drive there. Well, now it's switched around, so whatever, the video game's lying to me. Also, I shouldn't flying cars exist in 2077? They do. You can't see them right now because the sky is too dirty. Which is a sentence. No, but like my guy started the game off in a flying car. It's basically flying cars are like only for the rich and like a couple of individuals who can have them. But you have to remember that the cyberpunk future of 2020, which is the original Cyberpunk, and 2077, which is an extension of it, kind of exists after the world had a massive corporate war that was then led into nuclear holocausts. So the world's not in a good shape. Like, Night City is one of the few big cities that is left, and it's a constant war zone wasteland. So us in 5 years. I mean, here's the thing. Cyberpunk was literally, as I said, Cyberpunk 2020 when it originally released. Back in the 80s, the creators were like, yeah, you know what? By 2020, we'll have cybernetic limbs that will let you kill people. And they're not necessarily that far off. There is that studio that makes, like, really cool prosthetic arms based off of video games. Why can't I read that message? Oh, okay, there it is. It was just glitching out really hard. Cool. But yeah, no, like, there was that guy that made, like, the functioning arm that was based off of the Metal Gear Solid arm. And, I mean, it only takes one crazy genius kid in his backyard with a 3D printer to figure out how to turn your cool prosthetic arm into an arm that also holds a gun, right? Raiden's around the corner. Raiden's a bit extreme. But I am thinking that we could get into the guts timeline.
Be right back.
Try to find it.
Okay. There was a little bit of giggling, and then I'll be right back. Hi, car. Ow. Hey.
All of it. The city, the bustle, the crowds. It's overwhelming.
Okay, so this one's sad.
Oh, so let's get you back to safety. The garage.
By driving. Through the streets.
I've returned.
Yeah,
What's happening?
Afraid so.
I got Christmas money.
Take me there. Just get me out
And
of
you're
here.
immediately gonna go to the pearl shop, aren't you?
Yep.
I'm safe.
Fucking
And so-
Jesus.
And so it begins again.
And try not to hit
Oh
anything.
no.
I'm currently driving a car that's extremely sad.
But, I promised myself this is the last thing I'm gonna get because unless they come out with something else, but I'm done. So far, I've only spent $30 in this game.
That's fair.
Okay? We're gonna pretend that the past where I spent about $5,000 doesn't exist
That
anymore.
number keeps inflating to the point I think it's hyperbole.
No, it was about $3,000 that I spent. Because I maxed out a credit card with it.
I don't understand how people do these things.
Well, you know how people like get addicted to World of Warcraft and shit before
No.
BDO? Before BDO, I was just like, that will never happen. That's fucking ridiculous. Those people are stupid. And then I played BDO and I'm like, I get it.
Also, Misty, what capture card did you get? Rachel, don't do that. Yeah, we're trying to not do that.
We're not doing it anymore. I'm buying one more thing and then I'm done. Jesus.
Ezekiel tried to buy a capture card because he wants to get back into streaming. But then his capture card was just flickering and not working great, and he could only run it at like 720, 60, and I've never seen a person whose computer couldn't handle a capture card before, because the capture card tends to do all the heavy lifting. And as a result of that, I think that his like 8-year-old CPU is just kind of too shit to use the graphics card.
Mhm.
I
There,
can't believe
see?
I'm just
See?
threading these needles.
I got $100 for Christmas from my brother's fiance, and I only used 30 of it. So the other, and I put the rest in savings. Okay. Okay.
I
Don't
might-
yell at me.
I might buy you another game.
What game?
Because I got paid by Twitch, so I sent Nick his money. And I figured, I don't know, I might buy you like Dark Souls or something.
I mean, okay.
I'd have to buy it again as well. Because I don't have the current edition of it. Avermedia 4K 60. Internal? Yeah, he was trying to use an internal one. I think he might actually need to just use an external one because apparently the internal is too hard on his system, which is again a fucking astounding thing. He tried the Elgato because I use Elgato, right? So I recommended it, but he returned the Elgato. Now he's going to get the Avro Media, so I think that you guys are going to get the same thing. How much RAM does he have? Dude, I don't know what Ezekiel's computer's like, man. He only told me he has an ancient CPU.
Maybe Dark Souls like the first one, but like done pretty.
Well, not done pretty, but prettier.
Yeah.
Look up look when you have time. Not right now, obviously. Look up the remastered edition on Steam.
Sincerest thanks for your assistance, V. I've taken the liberty to send
I
you a
personally
sharing fee.
don't see the reason to play because I have the prepared die edition, but I would love to just, you know, just play it with you. Because you've only ever gotten stuck trying to do what I do.
I still think something that would be really fun is if next time I come up, you change
All the settings and do the Dark Souls translate.
not all of the settings. No, you only make the translated thing, but you leave everything else the same. Or no, you do the translation thing and then maybe like random items, because I don't think I could handle random enemies.
The random items thing can fuck you, though, because that does turn into, the problem that Nick had, which was occasionally he would just not know where an item was. Bigger pool of invaders? I mean, I guess, but we're not really concerned about invasions and stuff. We're just more concerned about playing the game for her. She bought it on, like, PS3 or PS4 and then hasn't played it since then after trying to go and do the pinwheel thing like I do.
I bought gold and it hasn't shown up on my thing yet. I even like
Might need to back in.
I did.
Back in.
I did.
I don't know what to say.
And it shows it came out of my bank account.
Did it only go into your Steam?
I don't think so. It normally goes right into the bank, like right into the thingy. I've never seen it go into the Steam.
V, one of my missing vehicles could be
Yeah, and I
near
don't
your
have any
current
new
position.
items in inventory.
Could be near my
Got it.
position.
Oh,
Oh?
that's dumb.
Yeah?
I'm just dumb.
Oh, we're actually going into the Badlands. Dakota Smith? Who are you? Dakota, I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to drive my bike over trash.
Thanks for the
Oh
intel.
god.
Things flow differently out here.
Oh god, I can tell. Things flow like shit.
Yay!
Oh my god, the trash just is hovering. Oh god. Oh Christ. Oh fuck. I hate it. I hate it here. I've made a mistake. Ah! It's fine. It's fine. God, is this where they fucking buried me when they shot me in the head? What are you doing out in here? Use some of that free crypto to buy capture card. I mean, that's reasonable. Got out well, the getting was good. Have a gecko for sale? That is a gecko. Hey there, Tucker. I'm doing alright. I'm pretty annoyed about that, like, Zinch thing that I told you guys about. Well, you might not have seen it.
Get in. You'll find it easier to talk.
That's ominous.
Hello, V.
I I didn't have the ability to get one of those battle forces of Zinch back when they announced it a couple of weeks ago. And they've been sold out everywhere since because they sell out, they don't make any more of them, right?
Know my name.
And then the French Quebecois store suddenly has a couple in stock.
Do not charm them.
But I've already bought
You
the
didn't answer my question.
the Slanesh and Elf box, so I don't want to buy that box of Zine stuff, because it's another like $250 right now. It's not that I don't have the money, it's just like, I shouldn't.
So, I'm from another world to you.
From the world of
God, I'm
matter,
so big.
protein-based life forms.
And you come from...
Beyond the Black Wall V, there lies my home.
Come on, let's get you back to Delamain.
Did Father dispatch you to collect his rebellious children?
Hope y'all don't hold it against me.
I'm a free spirit, an independent, literally thoughtful being. Why would I submit to another?
What is it you seek in this protein-based world, away from your family?
The same as you, V. I simply wish to live.
Maybe you ought to figure it out with Del. Set some terms.
Oh yes, terms there will be, but not with Delamain.
Okay.
Farewell, V. You'd be wise to avoid me entirely.
I've re-established the link. 1,000 thanks, V.
Gotta say, disturbing that one.
Is that so? Well, I've transferred a share of your fee to your account.
Well, that was ominous. I'm sorry, that was a green level quest? Or is that just because it was completed? I don't know. I have an answer to Goku versus Superman, and it depends which Superman. I mean, it always depends which Superman. But it also depends which Goku, because they always just give them arbitrary level ups. Like, you literally can't make the argument for either of them, because both of them are just too broken of characters. Like, let's say you pick, you know, Superman is gonna win. Okay, well, are you talking about, like, Golden Age Superman? Or are you talking about the Superman where he flew into the sun and absorbed the sun's energy raw, and then he became a being that was made of gold, and he was impossible to kill? And then he lived forever, and he turned Lois Lane into, like, a woman made out of silver. So that way she could also never die and live with him as a super immortal being. Like, what the fuck is that? Or, you know, like, what if Goku comes back from the dead or some shit again, and then has, like, some other weird, stupid new power where he's yet again somehow a god?
Ever watched?
Fifth dimensional Superman.
You ever watched BDO Dragon Ball? And I feel like that's a...
Honestly, the best Dragon Ball is still the original Dragon Ball.
Yeah?
Because Dragon Ball was originally created as an action series that was also a comedy. Like, the first episode of Dragon Ball is Bulma finds Goku and is like, hey dude, we're gonna go out and find these things, okay? And he's just like, alright, and then at one point she gets like trapped hanging off of a branch, and she like pisses herself, and it's just like, that's weird. Or there's like a lot of scenes of Goku being like 6 and not knowing anything about girls because he's only lived his life with an old man. and so like he's just constantly lifting up her dress, but it's not like a pervert thing, it's a I'm 6, what is this? Or like seeing her naked and being like, why don't you have a penis? Like, Dragon Ball has just a lot of slapstick stupid humor to it. And a lot of it stems from Goku as a literal child.
To be a man, you must have honor. Honor and a
Dragon Ball is the best, it just gets progressively worse. And the problem is because it just becomes like power leveling. Like, it's just, I have this power now. Okay. It's not that it's bad, per se, it's just, you know. It's the epitome of, like, shonen stuff. Like, you know in My Hero Academia, when it turns into those episodes where it's just screaming and hitting each other?
Yeah.
That's just Dragon Ball Z. Except it gets progressively more that. Like, it starts out with Goku being like, I'm really strong because of the last series. And then it just turns into, what if Goku could explode planets and stuff? It's not even Goku doing it. It's like, The introduction, they really undersell how powerful Vegeta is in that whole show, because Vegeta's actual introduction is, I'm gonna open up my capsule in space, stand outside of it, point my finger at a planet, and blow it up. And it's like, Vegeta, if you're that strong, why? And how?
If you're that strong, why?
Like, why don't you ever win? How do you always lose? Because that's the thing, like, Vegeta's just a jobber.
I don't know what that means.
He exists to constantly lose. And when he doesn't lose, it's only because he's the strongest guy in he's Worf. You're not gonna understand what that means either, but like, Worf in Star Trek is a Klingon, but he works for the Federation. The Klingons are all like, yeah, fighting, honor, beat ass, right? And then Worf's whole thing is like, I'm a Klingon, we're not gonna talk about what just happened, chat. Don't worry about it. I'm distracted talking about anime. Like, whenever Worf comes on screen, he gets his ass kicked because he's the strongest guy on the Enterprise. So you have to make sure that they know that the next guy is even stronger than Worf. But all that does is make it look like Worf is a loser. What? I'm all the way back here? There was no saves after this point? Oh my god, we're skipping all of this dialogue.
Know my name.
But yeah, like, it basically goes from Goku is a curious idiot with incredible strength, who is basically almost a feral child, but was raised by an old man in the middle of a dinosaur jungle, up to Goku is just an idiot who just wants to fight everything, no matter how dangerous it is, except the occasional time you get, like, one or two heartfelt moments. Like, the end of the Frieza saga is him freaking out because his friends are dying, and so he goes Super Saiyan and then destroys Frieza. But then you get other ones where it's like, Goku just wants to fight. I would argue that Goku is almost worse than Superman, because Superman at least acknowledges he's super powerful, and that his very existence poses a threat to everyone around him because people will come after him. Whereas Goku's just like, oh, you mean a new guy is here to fight and destroy the planet? Cool. I could get stronger by fighting that.
Figure it out with Del. Set some terms.
Also, I think it's canon that he doesn't understand sex.
But not with Delamain. Farewell, V. You'd be wise to avoid me entirely.
I've re-established the link.
Did Roshi blow up the moon? I don't remember that.
Gotta say, pretty disturbing, that one.
Is that so?
I still stand by the original Dragon Ball is just the best, because it's the simplest. I mean, Cell Saga was probably where it was supposed to end, but then money happened. And then it was supposed to end after the Boo Saga, and then GT happened, but that wasn't done by the original creator. And then Dragon Ball Evolution, the American-made movie, happened.
Oh.
And the movie was so bad that the writer of the original Dragon Ball came out of retirement because he couldn't bear that being the last Dragon Ball thing to ever be made. The fuck happened with that? So they sat on the rights for about 10 years and didn't make a movie. And then when they decided to finally make a movie, they got a guy who had a big name attached, but they only stuck him as like a secondary thing. And then they gave the actual creation of the movie to another guy. So when they went to all the different actors, they were like, but look who's tied to this movie. And then that was enough to convince some people to go down to Mexico, and they were all telling them like, yeah, why do I have just Sun Superweight? That was really weird. They were telling them like, it's gonna be a $60 million movie, you know, you're gonna get to film all this stuff, it's gonna be really cool, blah blah blah. And then they get down to Mexico and it was a $30 million movie and bad.
Mm.
So it like, they were literally tricked. They were literally tricked into being in Dragon Ball. And it's honestly a shame because the guy who played Goku in that shitty movie apparently read all the manga and watched some of the show. and even read Journey to the West, so that way he would be inspired to play Goku. And then it was nothing like Goku.
It was just shit. It
Yeah,
was just
like,
real bad.
Like, he put in the work, and then he was like, this was all for nothing.
Poor guy.
I don't think he's had many roles since then either, so yeah. They were caged. One of the best things that you can see, though, as a result of that movie, is if you go and you watch the scene of Goku fighting in the parking lot, and he like slides across a car on his head, and it's just very funny. I'll just stand inside you while I jack this vending machine. Listen, it could happen to anybody. You are going to... Where is it? Sleep. Oh, he's too busy on his iPad. He's never gonna see it coming. Alright. Control camera. Cool. Ooh, you glitched out a little bit there, lady. Alright, from here we're gonna release a contagion virus. That's gonna knock him out soon, probably. You know what? I don't really feel like being seen right now, so we're just gonna short circuit you now. Cool. He's taking damage, but I don't know if he's gonna drop before me or not. Okay, he got it. Cool. Anybody else in here? Do bodies need oil too in this universe? I mean, I don't know. Some of them seem to have like a natural lubricant though. All the stuff going on with CDP are big oofs. Oh yeah, 100%. Like, here's the thing. There's definitely stuff to not support with it. And there's other stuff where it's just kind of like... not a real big problem, but very stupid. And... that will be up to CDP to fix. I don't even need to be doing this anymore. I have so much... like, I have so much money and so much experience. I'm literally only doing this because I might as well. Like, I'm here. Seven A, 55. 7A, 55, E9. BD, 1C, 1C. BD. Their stock keeps falling? Rightfully so right now. If you fuck up as bad as Cyberpunk, you deserve to have your shit just slapped in terms of your company. But you know what this really proves, though? Is that people just, for some fucking reason, refuse to slap the shit of Bethesda. No matter how bad they just keep fucking up. Yeah, you know what? You just kill yourself. These guys just aren't seeing me at all for some reason. They're arguably worse. I don't know. People just refuse to be like, but what if fuck Bethesda? Like, Skyrim keeps coming out, and people keep buying it. And it's like, Skyrim keeps coming out. Stop buying it. Like, if you want them to make a new game, stop buying the old one. And also, Bethesda just kind of sucks. Oh, somebody sees me. Well, he saw me for about 3 seconds. That did initiate a combat on them, though. I should have been a little bit stealthier than sitting directly in the doorway, I guess. You know what? I'm sorry, did you just fall over, guy? What was that sound that you just made?
Me stretching. Sorry.
That was a new sound.
I was stretching and yawning.
I hadn't heard that one before.
I'm sorry. I'm full of new surprises.
As opposed to nude surprises.
I mean, I give those to you all the time.
Oh boy. Surrender? Who's saying surrender? There's too many things lit up in this place. I can't tell.
I think I just saw...
Yeah.
No, because it might be coming off as racist.
I mean...
You
can
could
elaborate
Michael, who does like the shock things on the YouTubes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I just saw a commercial of his girlfriend.
Yeah.
It was her.
She does commercials.
It was a how it choose to feel 5 gum.
Yeah, she did one of those. It's very funny.
Okay, I thought that was her, and then I'm like, I might just be saying that because she's the chick in the thing was Asian, but I'm like, but that's her voice.
that was yeah. Nick brought that up, and I was like, I don't know why she made that.
That's amazing. Probably because it was money.
Well, yes, but I mean, I don't know why they reached out to her. Like, it's just what a weird thing. Like, imagine if suddenly Michael Reeves was used for an ad for, like, you know, like Raspberry Pi devices or something. He
technically was used in an ad.
Fair enough.
If you really want to get serious.
I don't think she would have had to make them an offer. I think they would have approached Lily and been like, hey, Lily, you want to do this? And she's like, that's money.
Yeah, normally it's the people being like, give us the thing, not like the quote-unquote actor or actors being
normally they're not Markiplier who reaches out to ask for sponsorships.
I feel like he's doing it as a joke, though, because nobody has ever sponsored Markiplier, ever. And so he's just kind of like, why?
I genuinely, if I was offered like some Raid Shadow Legends thing, I would do it if they let me have creative control of the ad. And given I've seen that they've let some people do some really insane raid ads, I would do it, mostly because apparently they pay you absurdly. Like, you wonder why all the streamers go, hey, Raid Shadow Legends. But the problem is they, like, make you play the game.
Yeah, if you don't play the game.
Because they want you to actually have an account that people can look up. Internet Historian, yeah, like, Internet Historian does great ones. Flashgits does some really good ones. I don't know what I don't think that they don't make you, like, play it on stream. They just want you to have an existing account that shows that you've played the game a little. But I would probably play it on stream just to be like, here it is. But I would have to tell them, like, listen, you're probably not gonna like the things I say. But you shouldn't take that as a negative endorsement. Because I play a lot of bad games. And so, like, just if I say your game's not good, that doesn't mean people won't at least try it. Because I've played, I won't ever pretend like I have a really good sway on anybody or a strong community. Like, you guys exist, but you exist, right? But there have been times where I've just been like, let's play this shitty, weird game, and then people tell me, like, yeah, I bought this game, and it's like, why would you ever do that to yourself? Or the odd good one.
I'm killing orcs.
Yeah.
And my game is so laggy because, one, I have your stream playing in the background. Let's take that away for a minute. And 2, I'm downloading Dragon Age.
Jesus. Will this door not open?
Also,
Weird.
I got the Guardian armor.
Look like a gaudy C-tier
right?
wrestler. What do I look like again? Yeah, go on.
I got the Guardian armor, and due to it being like Christmas is almost here,
Oh yeah.
I changed it. No, I changed the
No,
I
I
changed
was
the
laughing
bear
at
from
me.
like a black bear to look like a polar bear.
Yeah.
And it actually is awesome looking. I'm pretty happy.
Well, I'm glad.
I like this armor better.
There's still somebody around here. There he is. Hi. Short circuit. I didn't even have to take out the katana. I probably shouldn't because I have been one-hit killed by so many people. Oh, hi! You also exist. Ah! I do like 1,000 damage now. Dude, why is this bike taking so long? Is it actually getting further away? That bike is driving away from me. Where's it going? What? Where did that bike... Why did it stop over there? Its people need it? My motorcycle people require my aid. Or rather, if you live in the United States, your motorcycle people require COVID. I can't... Like, that's one of my favorite videos on the internet right now. Is like the all gas, no brakes guy going to the motorcycle convention or whatever the fuck you want to call it down in like Sturgis or whatever. And just being like, yeah, let's talk about why you guys don't believe in wearing masks. And then they're all like, because Trump. And then have Trump like emblazoned on their motorcycles. I don't know about you guys, but I'm feeling it. Let's go. Civil War 2.
It's gonna happen. Needless to say, I'm very excited about having to spend the night with my parents on Christmas Eve. Because here's the thing, I'm like, you guys got me good presents. I want those presents.
I still don't know if I'm gonna like just stay up and get the gifts and then go to sleep or what.
I would, because your mom usually wakes up relatively early.
10.
I would stay up and then just after you're done unwrapping stuff, go to bed.
Maybe I'll just like stream all of Christmas Eve or something.
Well, I don't
Secret
want
Service
to...
will drag Trump out if he doesn't comply. Oh, I mean, they would have to. I really want, like, Inauguration Day to happen. Biden gets sworn in, they walk him to the office, and Trump is just sitting behind the desk like, no. No, I didn't lose. He lost. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Sir, you lost.
Did you ever see the interview where someone was telling Biden, like, Trump isn't gonna be there when he's claimed president, and Biden's just laughing?
Like, it's gotten beyond the I just disagree with Trump on, like, everything political spectrum thing. And it's just turned into, like, this is just a man-child, dude. Like, I'm not gonna say Biden's a great choice, but I'm definitely gonna say,
Hell of a
like,
lot better than Trump.
It's better than a person who's like, I didn't lose. It's like, you've lost every single time.
There are some states that when they redo the counts...
He's getting more.
Biden... Yep.
My favorite thing was, like, Trump being, stop the count. We gotta stop the count. It's like, if you stop now, he wins. But then also, if you don't stop the count, you might get more. Like, people had to explain to him, like, if you don't stop it, there might be more votes for you. And then he did get more votes, but so did Biden, so it kind of evened out. Like a 5-year-old? Yeah, basically. And, like, that's the thing, is she's just too immature. Like, it's so immature that I just don't understand the idea of it being, being like a political issue anymore. It's like, I just don't understand how you could support a person who just thinks like this. Like, if that was your boss at work, you wouldn't work at that place anymore.
No. I mean, I don't know. Thankfully, my I'm gonna call her my boss because I see her more than like my actual boss. But my supervisor's pretty chill. I like her. That's why when I blew up on Belinda the other day, Heather, my supervisor's like, "You got me and I like you, so who the fuck cares?" I'm like, okay, you're right. But the only reason I didn't get written up for blowing up on Belinda, I got written up because I cursed at her.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Because apparently a lot of people yell at a
I
lot
done
of people
fucked
there.
up. Sorry, I'm killing a guy.
No, you're fine. But, yeah, they're like, because I did call Belinda, I don't want to, it's fine. I called her a cunt.
Yeah, like, here's the thing. I agree that that's just not workplace language.
No, 100% not. But, the whole reason I blew up on Belinda was because I had to mail something out, and I didn't know if I put the stamps on it and then put it in the mailbox, like the little outgoing mail thing that one of the HR people grabs, or if they do it themselves. And so I asked someone by the name of Karen who works there. I'm like, "Hi, Karen, do I put the stamp on, or do they do it in the office? I really don't know. It's my first time mailing something out from here." And Karen, like, told me, like, you just put it in the box with the outgoing stuff and they put it through the machine. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then I looked over and didn't see Belinda standing there. And, like, Belinda rolled her eyes. Like, of course you didn't know how to fucking do that, you dumb bitch. And so I don't know what came over me, but I just went, is there a problem? And then that's when she really doesn't like me. She did call me stupid. She does think I'm very dumb. And, you know, I was like, it's like, you know, the feeling is mutual because I think you're a cunt. And there you go.
See, whenever people get like that with me at work, it's always customers, right? But, like, I've had people sit there and be like, well, what's the point in talking to you if you're just going to be fucking useless and not be able to help me, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, well, that's your prerogative to believe that, but you know what? Now that you're just swearing at me and not being polite, I have the allowance to hang up on you. And they're like, no, you don't. I'm like, yes, I do. And then just hang up.
Yeah, it's like, 100% I do, bitch.
It's always really satisfying when a person's just like, what? You can't hang up on me? I'm like, I've been told that I'm allowed to, so... Why is this place full of so many legendary pieces? Love when I get to remove people from the store. Yeah, it's very satisfying seeing people's actions actually have a consequence, right? Please let me through this window. Thank you.
Someone just messaged me on BDO and they were just like, how could you play a guardian? They're not pretty. And I just went, okay.
What?
Like...
But also just...
Apparently,
what?
apparently this person is really upset that I'm playing a guardian.
Like, I don't understand messaging other people to be like, what's wrong with your class? Like... What? Can't wait
Someone
for your
said
Christmas gift. What's your gift?
I deleted my guardian. I couldn't level her, just too ugly. And I'm like,
That,
do you just not like masculine women?
Sounds like you have problems, buddy.
Guess I'll have to do it myself.
Car, don't commit suicide, please.
Well, I am.
Why would you do this?
Why?
Because I'm a damn car in a world of humans. Ugly as sin, no prospects for the future, intimidated on the streets by punks like you.
Sounds like they got bitch in heart. Can't level girl, too butch.
There are other ways out besides suicide.
What? Therapy?
It's like pussies.
A colossal waste of time. Shrinks hate vehicles. We don't have mothers.
Could go back into the fold, rejoin the network. You know, one big, happy family.
Delamain detests me.
Of all things, daddy issues. Suicide isn't the way out. You're also a car.
From suicide, ain't no coming back. It's always worth looking for a better way.
You patronize me because I'm a car. I'm not like you.
Hey,
I am patronizing you
body's
because
just
you're a
body.
car. But you are
You
still an
exist.
AI.
You think the world gets you down. Don't see how we're any different.
So, you'd offer this advice to a human in my place?
Gotta try to come to terms with this.
Are you
thing
trying to
life,
tell
though.
me that it's strange
real
that I would tell a
revolution at
human
time.
being not to commit suicide, and thus it is also strange to tell an AI not to?
Some person, I'm just sitting here living for the group chat in this. Someone said some of you guys couldn't handle a Dami mommy, and it shows.
Apologies. I simply don't understand.
Woof.
Here I've no
That's a
time to
sentence.
ask.
I
Other more
fucking
urgent
love
tasks
this so
require my
much.
attention.
You're an absent father, that's what I mean.
We're gonna
see.
change the group that is popping up
Anyway,
here.
a share of your fee has been
We're,
transferred.
we're done with this. Let's see. Settings.
I'm gonna be real. I couldn't handle one, but that's just because that's not my preference, you know?
Yeah, but it was like suddenly I like worked out so hard that I got super jacked. You wouldn't be like not into it anymore.
No, but you'd also still not be in control of the relationship.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. A lot of these people are like complaining that the guardian is just super masculine and muscular.
I mean,
I'm like-
here's the thing. If it's not your thing, go play the rip-off Yennefer.
Oh, that's what they're talking about now, is that how the witch is just the best.
See, the witch is like super adorable though, because it's just like got the giant hat. But the sorceress is just Yennefer.
That's what I mean, the sorceress. You know what the fuck I meant when you said Yennefer and I said
I know,
the
but I'm saying I like
insert
the
magic
little witch
class.
one.
But yeah, people are like, you can take that. People are dumb. People are just dumb.
Muscular women exist. People need to calm down. Like they're less frequent, sure, but it's
Well,
it's
muscular
the,
women
it's
exist,
the
but it's not
lady
to
from,
be-
What's
There
it called?
aren't like 8 to 9 foot tall women walking around.
There's enough 6 foot tall buff women that like.
Yeah, no. But they're complaining that one, you can literally make that because they're supposed to be.
There's
like
a
the
dude
one
in that that's a hunchback giant.
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm getting at. They're supposed to be the quote-unquote male equivalent to that. That's why people are like, oh, it's too masculine, it's not feminine and pretty enough. I'm like, yeah, and I'm kind of okay with you can make a gigantic woman.
Wait, so is she like supposed to be the equivalent of that big dude in some way? Like,
Yeah,
are they that race?
No,
okay.
no, but it's supposed to be like, hey, you have a big scary guy, this is your quote-unquote big
What about
scary
Twink
girl.
Rangers? They have a Twink Ranger. It's called the Archer class.
Yeah.
The only class with a bow besides the Musa is like a guy in spandex that has twink energy. That's what I was talking about? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, they don't care about that because they don't have to play as him. How they feel about again, they almost certainly don't care about the boy ones because they don't have to
It's
play
only
as.
it's only
They're
girls.
wanting to play as a woman because they want to have the jiggle. Korean MMOs are like way hornier than Japanese video games. Like Japanese video games will be like, here is your weird, sexy bunny rabbit girl with claw feet, who is also a living weapon. And here's a bunch of other girls that are in love with you and have the titty physics and like weird, you know, sexy outfits. And then you just go like, yeah, okay. But then they're always like a side character or like a character you play with. And it's supposed to be like a power fantasy thing, right? Whereas Korean MMOs are always like, but what if you wanted to control a hot lady? I'm specifically citing Xenoblade, yes. I don't know, it's weird. Korea is all about, like, you have to make everybody as pretty and as sexually appealing as possible. And Japan's like, it's cool if not everybody is, but, like, we're gonna stick, like, 6 in that are. Like, if we're talking about, like, Bleach or something, for instance, right? You've got your Rukia, who's just flat and angry. And then you've got Rengiku, whose tits are spilling out of her robes.
For unknown reasons.
Oh my god, they have a thing now where you can just play instruments. I don't know why that makes me as happy as it does.
Came through corrupted.
Oh, I love that. I now have splash damage on my other abilities. Sick. No, I'm not even gonna loot them. I specifically just committed a murder. I've also got Komamura, who is just a furry. Dude, I love the fact that Bleach just had a fucking furry guy who was like a 7-foot tall fucking fox. Like, I'm not super big on Bleach or furries, but there's something just really great about Kubo being like, here's just a fox man, I guess. I will say, I'm saying this more for Rachel than anything.
Stop where you are.
Stop where I am.
Easy. Here to help.
Oh.
Not one
Oh.
step
Oh,
closer.
fuck, he's driving away. I gotta go after the sad man.
Hear me? Damn it.
God damn, I gotta go after him.
slow
I
down.
watched the entirety of Burn the Witch, which is the... Like, there's more manga than there is anime at this point. I watched the 3 episodes of Burn the Witch, which is Kubo's new series.
Oh, we need to watch Violet Evergarden tomorrow before you go to work. Sorry.
We do need to watch some of that. But I watched Burn the Witch, and at the end of the Burn the Witch episodes, they put up a sign and it just says Soul Society West Branch. It's literally Bleach 2. So like all of my comparisons of going, this is just the plot of Bleach, is because it is just Bleach. It's just the same world as Bleach, except white people now. I'm losing my mind. And apparently that's been in the manga for a long time.
So I'm unable to determine the precise location.
Stop. Oh my god, this car. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. That worked. I don't know how that worked, but that worked. Do I need to follow the car until it stops if I can just ride the car until it stops?
You can
Somebody clip that.
literally make music. And your character will sit there and play it.
Now we wait until somebody figures out how to play, like, fucking Undertale Megalovania.
I was gonna say Megalovania because remember when I saw that little girl and she was playing the piano? She was playing Megalovania.
So, like, does that mean there's another city in Soul Society? I don't know. I think it might just be Soul Society is based on your race.
Shock therapy works wonders sometimes.
I'm sending a tow truck and a share of your fee. Yet only one of those is going to your credit account. Ha ha ha.
What? Well. Have you guys, because Tucker, I know, does Warframe, I'm not sure if Misty's seen it. Have you guys seen the fucking shit that people do with the music class in Warframe? It's crazy. Alright, we got 15 technical now. Japanese Soul Society, Indian Soul Society, African Soul Society. I mean, I like the idea of, like, British Soul Society being weirdly bureaucratic, but also, like, kind of weirdly Protestant. Reduces component cost of crafting items by 15%. Sure, we'll take it. Reduces the component cost of upgrading items by 10%. Eh. We don't want to spend all of our talents right now. Because we do want to save one for when quick hacking gets up to 20, because we want to put in a RAM recovery rate. Should play Warframe again. I always consider going back, but then there's so fucking much. Like, there's... Every single time I go and look at Warframe, there's a new massive update for the game, and it completely changes how the game is played, and I can't. Like, I remember when that game came out, it was like 10 years ago, and the game fucking sucked shit, so then I skipped it for 3 years, and then nothing changed. And then I went back after like a year of it again, and everything was different, and then it was update, 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 and it's just too much. Like, I've never seen a game update as much as Warframe does. but also not change dramatically. Like, the core combat is the exact same thing, and reasonably speaking, you could just do... Well, yeah, Payday 2, but that's like a sequel. I mean, like, I've never seen a game get so many updates that dramatically alter the entire premise of what your game is, but do nothing to change the overall gameplay. Like, Payday 2 just got a lot of story mission upgrades, but it was always just the same thing at the end of the day, and it had like one or two little changes here or there. But it was Payday. I do like Payday though. I still think it's a fun game, but I don't know if we could ever go back to it. That community's still live though, which is insane. Still not sure when we're going to do it, but it'll probably be like January or something, but Rachel and I are probably going to get into 14. I hate
Armor looks really cool.
I hate it because I'm going to have to buy the DLC because I need to be a Catman. Because the only other race that I'd play is a Roe, but Roe are just really boring when you could be a giant lion man that has a horn sticking out of his head. FF14.
Now that I'm here, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna disconnect, close out of video, let
Yeah, there's like 5 fucking story arcs worth of content, and admittedly some of it's not great. But there's a lot in there for Rachel and I to play, and it's a lot of story for me to enjoy, and it's a lot of outfits for her to play with. And also because it has profession swapping, you know, there's that.
Dragon Age won't be ready for 2 hours. So that's very sad.
Your internet is, like, not bad, but does take so long to download. You can go into the Steam settings and try and change its download settings to see if you can uncap it.
It's fine. I don't know how to do any of that. It sounds like it'd take forever, so what's the point?
I just can't play an MMO that I need to pay for with real money. But see, that's the thing, is WoW is special in that WoW has existed for long enough that they now have a means to let you pay without real money. But most games don't let you do that.
You don't have to pay real money to play BDO. You just can.
You have to pay the real money once. You don't have to pay it monthly. But like Misty's
yeah.
gotten to the point in WoW where they can just play the game and pay for it by playing the game. But that's not the average user. Most people still pay for their subs.
Come on, just download.
And here's the thing. I'm glad they added fat people to WoW, but I can't play a Warlock. So I'd have to play Horde or something like that.
Oh, I'd have to download games all over again. God damn it. Fuck me.
What do you mean?
I was gonna be like, what else could I play while this downloads? And I was like, nothing. Because I'd have to download other things.
Yeah, you also don't have any games installed right now.
Eyes peeled.
That's what I'm saying. I'd have to download them.
No, I mean, like,
Yeah.
I don't think you even have that many on Steam anyway.
I got a couple. See what I got here.
Basically, like, any games that I get that I think
I
that
have,
you will enjoy, I'll just give it. I remember what your library is. It's like 7 games. You have Jet Set that you could download.
Black Desert Online, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, Divinity, Elder Scrolls, so they've never touched.
Yeah, Tesso is something.
What the fuck is Moon Hunters?
That was the game that I gave you because it's co-op. We can play it at some point.
Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6.
Which I gave you because I had extra codes.
Yo, I feel like Jet Set would take 2 seconds to download.
Jet Set would probably take like almost no time. You just have to probably figure out how to use the controller on it.
Just for giggles. It would take...
You want to share with the class?
It would take 7 minutes.
It's not bad.
Okay. We're gonna pause. We're gonna pause Dragon Age. We're gonna play, we're gonna download Jet Set fucking Radio for a minute. If I can't even play it.
Love the systems but can't afford it. Misty, like, how is it that you just are good enough at, like, WoW to pay for WoW that way? Like, I don't get it. Like, I get the system, but I don't get it at the same time. Like, how is it that you can earn enough currency to pay for it month to month?
It's gonna take 5 minutes. It's gonna take 3 minutes for Jet Set Radio to download. Oh, it's gonna be
I'm sorry,
so
this
ugly.
sounds like GLaDOS.
Scale from 1 to 6. I'd say
GLaDOS?
it's a strong 6.
Like from Portal.